Hi, thank you for your question. First of all, nobody come for this person because it was a three-part question. They were very respectful. And honestly, I think it's natural to be curious about this stuff, and as long as people ask politely, I really don't care. So firstly, I'm not with a biological male. Well, that depends on who you ask. My husband and I, as trans men, we were both born female. We don't consider ourselves biologically male. Some trans men would. A lot of people can't imagine that my husband is a trans man because he looks like a lumberjack, but that's the reality that not all trans men are like androgynous looking like me. Even though I'm not like the typical like Ruby Rose androgynous, I do look very androgynous. But trans men look like everyday men like that you couldn't clock, you know what I mean? So I'm going to answer this with, my current marriage, and then also if I just happen to be dating a cis male. A cis male is somebody who is not trans. They were assigned male at birth. So my marriage now, I consider it a gay marriage. We're both dudes. My husband considers me his husband. But because I'm trans and non-passing, and also because I have a biological child, there are a lot of situations in my life that are kind of a gray area that definitely pass on to the marriage. Fortunately, my husband, he's been with me through everything. So he just doesn't care either way, but there are some situations in which, I would be referred to as his wife. The first is legally. I had changed my legal gender to male. When I detransitioned, I turned it back to female, and I will never, ever change it to male again. For one, it was an awful process to go through where I live. It was such a hassle. But also because I have faced jail time in the past, and I am not risking going into a male's prison. A lot of people are like, no, you'd automatically be booked into a female prison. Not always. It is not a black and white situation. Very few protections, if any, protect trans inmates. And then a lot of people are like, well, then just don't get in trouble. I was facing 12 contempts in court for not allowing my son, who is nonverbal, to have visits with his father, who was in active addiction. There's way more than that, but I don't want to have to put a trigger warning. So yeah, anybody can go to jail. People underestimate how easy it is. So in legal situations, I'm considered my husband's wife. There are some situations in which, I request my husband to call me his wife. I live in a rural area, and so if it's a situation that could be potentially dangerous, I just say, call me your wife. People might look at us like we got 5 heads, but they just think that I was a cis woman who is presenting as a lesbian now, and it honestly wouldn't be as dangerous. In a lot of situations, not all. And if I was married to a cis male, I would still be just considered, it would be a gay marriage. Some people would argue no because I don't have bottom surgery, but general consensus, it'd be a gay marriage.